time states as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Trojans will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will take the field first. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack it? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to get pressure on him. You don't necessarily have to get him to the ground and sack him, but the ball has got to come out early. You cannot let him sit back there and pick you apart.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
They'll give it to Johnson. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass, it's Raiola. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
All right, we got the completion. We got some yardage. We got some positive yards. Now we're in 4th and manageable. And you dang right, we're going for this puppy. We got our 4th down play ready to roll. We're calling it in.
And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. So the USC Trojans offense will take the field for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
He's got it! And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a midseason quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what Caleb Williams was able to do, but Jaden Maiava certainly finished strong, Jesse.
Yeah, the UNLV transfer looked really, really good, especially at the end of the year. And you know, with Lincoln Riley, one of the great QB whisperers in recent college football memory, if you're locked in and you're playing and you're seeing the field the way Lincoln Riley is seeing it and calling it, this offense is going to be unstoppable. If he does that, he's going to put up Heisman numbers.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. He'll keep it himself. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Southern Cal! A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. That's caught. It's Key. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the tough...
Turning it on! Oh, he got loose! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Grab near the sticks. It's Key. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Raiola. They're working that left side.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Huskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator Chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one right now in Gainesville. They're up by 7 over Georgia. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Tough linebackers getting after quarterbacks. The Huskers have a rich tradition of that.
Yeah, and you think about the black shirts, and you hear that if you're a Nebraska fan, you know exactly what that means. Guys that are different, guys that see it, that hunt it, that go get the football like this guy just did.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quick pass on the jet motion. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Markway. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Cornhuskers headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. The kick is on its way. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Dropping back, it's Mayava. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his big tight end.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Makes the catch. It's Lane. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Send the tight end in motion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lemon. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. play action. Here's a heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Mayava. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, baby.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the three. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The sure hands, it's Mills.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He's loose. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to throw again. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice game. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He's got him. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quarterback on the keeper. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. Absolutely perfect. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Complete downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st down from the 40. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. To the air, it's Mayava. Got the back over the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Got a man, it's Key. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Key. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll run play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Bringing the heat. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Huskers will call on their punt team. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another missed field goal doomed that effort. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying play action. Under fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Sanders. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a man on the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now they take the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Raiola. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Back to pass on second down. Fires left. That's caught. It's Bonner. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Huskers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw again. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Got room to work. Runs through a tackle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the Huskers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Wormley. Gives him the big stiff arm. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Going to the run to start this second half. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Just feeds the running back. Makes one man miss.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. And some room to work. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Line getting set on second down. Now the play fake. Right on the money. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Offense trying to keep them off balance on first and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Still looking on the move. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again, getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be fourth down. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Cornhuskers want to move quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Makes a man miss. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll move the tight end. They'll ride the hot hand. He has the first and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Huskers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end.
It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Duke. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're going to ride this running back. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Mayava. And they're not quite in rhythm there, it's incomplete. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks, it's Lemon. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Trojans are flying down the field. The run from the shotgun. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Grab behind the line, it's Sanders. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play, it's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And that's gonna fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So here comes the field goal unit again, and this phase of the game has been an absolute disaster. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Creates a little space. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Huskers in the hurry up.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense has it, they're on the move. Touchdown, Trojans! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up, they take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Bonner. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Under fire. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Hunter. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. New set of downs after the completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wants to throw it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make...
Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on games.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll try the run. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. To the air on first down. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're looking for space to run behind the left tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The play action fake. Here's a heat. Caught behind the line. It's Sanders. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They booted away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Finds the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, USC. The defense putting points on the board. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Florida is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Gainesville for some time. They're up 14 over Georgia. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you could see it there, and you could see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Corrals it at the 45. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To throw, it's Mayava. Hauls it in. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Trojans look to keep this drive humming. Off play action on first down. Big fella moving. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The give. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And the beatdown has ensued. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
44, Nebraska, 17.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they are getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Give to the back. Got a little space. Past the first down marker and still running. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Trojans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Grabbed in the middle. It's Lemon. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Rushes on him. Complete to the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Finds his big tight end. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Finds his man. It's Bonner. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot. Got it inside the 10. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
51, Nebraska, 24.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take